So just to give you an example of what that looks like in practice and how that same approach can allow non-technical users to configure, for the first time, sort of configure this stuff really easily and without deep technical knowledge. I'm going to take one of the document types that we saw earlier and use a browser-based no-code environment to configure some additional processing. Okay, so let's take a look. So we're going to take a medical report, which was in that set, and where we might need to perform some redaction of sensitive information. I'm going to pick the relevant pieces of information from a library of common modules. Now, these modules use a variety of AI and NLP techniques that will work across any document. But as a user, I don't need to worry about the technology. I just need to pick the appropriate module and maybe set 1 or 2 parameters. I'm going to save that configuration I applied and apply it to I've created and apply it to some of the documents that we sorted into folders earlier. So if we move back to that environment, firstly we'll reference the configuration that I just built in the dashboard, and then start the task. And in the window on the right hand side, we'll be able to see that we're taking those documents and the appropriate redactions are being automatically applied in a new copy of the document. So you can see here we've got a couple of redacted versions of those documents. And if we open one of those documents, we can see the type of data that was found, and we can also see in which locations the data was found. Now, that same no-code approach can even extend to more custom cases. So elsewhere in that set, we have some forms. Now, these forms, we need to capture a whole variety of data, including tables and checkboxes. I've already configured that in a similar no-code environment and created a task to process the forms using a cloud service. Now, in this case, we're creating copies of the documents with the data highlighted, as you can see on the right-hand side. And we're also creating a single CSV file containing all the data for all the documents. So we've captured a large amount of valuable data there from the documents with a minimal amount of setup and without requiring any deep technical knowledge. So I'll hand back to Ed, who's going to talk about what this looks like when applied at scale.